and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another GT Sport drift setup. Once again, this one has been requested, and as you've probably noticed from the thumbnail, it's the 67 Chevy Nova. It's safe to say this one's definitely not a beginner car. In fact, it's taken me a really long time to get the settings to an area where I'm actually comfortable with them. The main issue that I found with this one is that the car feels kind of how you would expect it to feel, and I know that sounds a little bit weird, but you look at the Chevy Nova, you expect it to be big and heavy and a little bit cumbersome, and that's exactly how it feels, even though in the game it doesn't weigh that much compared to a lot of other cars that I've done drift setups for in the past. But that sense of weight can sometimes make it feel like the car's taking you for a drive. I found myself going off with the back end of the car quite often onto the grass going around the corners if I took the typical line that I normally would, so I really did have to rethink the way that I was drifting to get this one to a point where I was actually happy to upload it for you guys. So just take this as a little bit of a warning. You may need to practice with this car a fair bit before you can start to get some enjoyment out of it, but equally I'm sure there'll be some of you out there that just jump into this and have no problems at all. I'm just about to take you over to the settings that I've come up with for this car, but before I do, can you please just take a second to just give this video a like? It really would help me out a lot. There seems to be lots of people, including myself, that are having issues at the moment with their videos being seen. One video gets seen by loads of people, the next video you upload barely sees any views at all. So by liking it, you really would help this channel grow, and I really would appreciate the help. Okay, anyway, back to the setup itself, and you'll see that I've made some interesting choices here. Now, the power level, there is loads more here if you do want it. Now, I've taken it to level 2. I've stopped at the maximum at level 2 there at 114%, and that gives you 836 brake horsepower. Now, I have not struggled for power with this build at all. If anything, there even might be slightly too much at 836, but by all means, feel free to take that up. God knows what the maximum is on this thing, but it's going to be monstrous. Moving over to the weight reduction, I know I've moaned about the weight already, so you might be wondering why I haven't taken it all the way to the top here, but level 4 there seems to be the most cost-effective way of doing this without going to that level 5 for the extra 870 mileage points. That's only going to take off 14 kilograms anyway, so I stopped at level 4 there and dropped it as far as I possibly can to 88%, and that's left me 1,202 kilograms. Now, traction control for this build is set to 0, and I've gone for comfort hard tyres both front and rear. Brake balance is set to -3 for this build. With the ride height, you just want to be dropping it as far as you possibly can, so 60 on the front and 60 on the rear as well. With a natural frequency, I've gone for 2.1 on the front and 1.95 on the back. The anti-roll bar I've left at the front there at 7, and on the rear it's on 3. The compression is 62 on the front and 60 on the rear, and the rebound is 92 on the front and 90 on the rear. Camber angle on the front you want to be setting to 3, and on the back is 1. And with the toe angle, set that out 0.4 on the front and in 0.3 on the rear. Now, with the downforce, you can't adjust that with this build, so you don't need to worry about that. With the differential though, you want to be setting that to fully customized, and I've gone for 25, 40 and 20. And with the transmission, again, fully customized, I've set the max speed to 174 miles per hour, and I haven't had to play with any of the gearing at all, so I've just left that where it is, but I will leave that on screen so you can make sure you copy it down. As always, just use these settings as a base for yourselves. They're what I'm personally using. They're what I use to record this video, but you may need to adapt them to suit your own playstyle. There is no right and wrong when it comes to setting up cars in GT Sport. It is whatever is comfortable for you. So hopefully what I'm giving you here will just be a great place to start, and you can make it your own. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when I next upload a video. If you do want to get in contact with me, use that comment section down below. I do try and reply to as many comments as I possibly can. As always, what I'm going to do is leave you with a little bit more footage of me just messing around with the car. Stay till the end if you want to check that out. Thanks ever so much for coming by the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.